Objection!
This is the first time I've ever reviewed a downloadable extra to a game. I thought it would be appropriate this time since I kinda called Capcom out in my previous review. Now you might have heard me say there's only 4 cases in this title, and if you're a fan of the series, you'll know there's actually 5 cases in the original DS title. So you might be wondering, what happened to that 5th case? Capcom, in their infinite wisdom, has decided to release it separately as a downloadable extra for 100 Wii points in a few months. It's at this point I'd like to personally say to Capcom, You are unbelievable. Not only do you not really update this old title, but you have the balls to break up the original game for no reason other than trying to get more money, I have to assume? I was very annoyed that they were charging us for a case that actually came with the original DS version. I know it's only $1, but it's the principle of the thing. Now it's possible that it wasn't ready to go when they released the original version to the WiiWare, so I'm going to give Capcom the benefit of the doubt on this one. So that might be why it took months to release this, and maybe that's the reason for the extra $1 charge. Now the only way you could download the new case is to buy the whole game for 1,000 Wii points, then go into the main menu to download the file. I'm sure that since they've been spending months on this, the block size must be somewhat big. What? 1 block? You spend months working on a file that takes up 1 block? I have seen save files larger than that. You've got to be kidding me, Capcom. 1 block? 1 block equals 128 kilobytes. There are 8 blocks in a megabyte, if that helps you understand how small this file is. So either that means they've compressed every bit of that 5th case magically into 1 block, or the case has always been there and it's just been locked away, and that 1 block was there to unlock it. I have a feeling it was the latter. Anyways, the case is available right away off the main menu. Unfortunately, it doesn't have its own save file, so if you start playing it, the game will erase any save files that you already have. So you better be done with whatever case you're doing at the time, or you'll lose all your progress. But the game does warn you of this. Case 5, Rise from the Ashes, is about a murder of the same person in 2 different places at the exact same time. Confused yet? Good. Because that's exactly how you should be. The case is really good, and it has some interesting twists and turns. And overall, it should take you about 6 to 8 hours to complete it. Now, while I did love this case, I thought the leaps in logic in this one were especially glaring. This one part, for example, the whole first part of the case revolves around the murder of a guy in the trunk of a car. The whole problem I had was the ridiculous setup that we're supposed to believe actually happened. The car in question is parked here, and there's a big wall right here that blocks the line of sight of people. Now I have a few questions right out of the gate, and the game never seems to bother to try and answer them. 1. Why the heck is this wall even here? What possible purpose could it serve, other than to be completely obtrusive? It would seem like a criminal's dream. A huge wall where the security office couldn't see them? 2. Who in their right mind would ever park a car in a place where there's a good possibility they'll never even be able to get out? Look, here's what I mean. There's a wall right here, and cars would park here. And there's a huge fence in front of them. So that leaves no room for the car to back out. They would be stuck there. And why would they even make a parking spot there? It's so stupid. Anyways, this game plays out the same as the rest of the cases. Since this is one of the parts of the first game in the series, there is no psych lock or energy bar. The present evidence exclamation points in court is the only thing you need to worry about. And that gets refilled every time you get a to be continued. So it's much more forgiving than the other games in the series. One of the biggest changes in the case is the ability to use the Wiimote's pointing function in the game, in certain parts. It has you point the cursor around the screen to spray luminol to make the bloodstains show up, and it works perfectly. But it makes me wonder, why now? Why not have this option available in the other parts of the game, which have us search the area? Why not convert all those parts to use the Wiimote's pointing function as well? It was very frustrating since you can see how easily it works, and you wish you had this ability in the other parts of the game. Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Case 5 is worth the $1 that Capcom is asking for it. However, it's hard to say that something isn't worth $1. Even Ninja Bread, well, maybe not. If you bought this WiiWare title because you're a fan of the series or a newbie to it, you should probably buy it. But if you didn't buy the original game because you already own the DS version, don't bother with this one either, because nothing has really been changed. But like I said before, if you haven't played this case already, then it is worth a buy.